Nintendo is one of, if not the best game developer in the industry. For decades, they have given us great games that in some cases have greatly impacted how other games are designed today. However, this doesn't mean that they are perfect. Far from it. Though their hits have massively outweighed their misses, there are some Nintendo franchises that can't seem to return to their former glory. You'd think that these game developers would visit Metacritic every once in a while and think, maybe we should listen to these criticisms, you know, like every other development studio? Well, almost every other. So today, we're going to analyze a few of Nintendo's franchises that are in dire need of some change, if and when they make it to the Nintendo Switch. Thankfully, we're already seeing that happen with Switch games like Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Granted, these franchises were already great and successful before these installments, but they represent a different Nintendo. A Nintendo that may be willing to listen to the criticisms of previous titles such as Skyward Sword and Super Mario 3D World. If they apply this philosophy to the games we're about to mention, well, that would just be dandy. Let's start with Mario Party, a series known for destroying all kinds of friendships. As a kid, Mario Party 4 was the first game I got with my GameCube, and just thinking about the joyous times I had with my friends playing this game only makes me desire the good old days. I recently played Mario Party 10 and, I didn't feel that same joy. Not because I'm a jaded game journalist without a soul, which I am, but because 10 took the Mario Party formula and bastardized it completely. I watched as some of my now ex-friends went from being in last place to being in first, all within one turn. I don't remember if that was always a thing in previous Mario Party games, but I don't remember this much BS in Mario Party 4. You know you have a problem on your hands when people would rather play the older Mario Party games than the new ones on the current generation of consoles. Nintendo, you need to fix this. Considering how perfect the Switch is for party games, it would be more than welcoming if Mario Party 11 did us right by being what it used to be. And you can start by removing that fucking car! Why is it there? What purpose does it serve? This is not how board games work! Oh boy. Oh boy. Where do we begin? People love Star Fox. There is simply no denying that. Star Fox games, on the other hand, that's a whole mixed bag. These games have gone through so many weird experiments after 64. Adventures was a strange attempt at making a Zelda-like action game with some R-Wing segments. Assault was a step in the right direction, albeit a baby step, and Command had 18,000 different endings. That's all I know about it, I haven't played it. And after a 10-year hiatus, we were gifted with Star Fox Zero, a reimagining of the best game in the series, Star Fox 64. Only this time, with motion controls you couldn't turn off and about $20 worth of content for $60. As much as it pains me to say it, Star Fox Guard was better. Yeah. It doesn't look too good for the space furries now, does it? Shigeru Miyamoto stated that he is not done yet with Star Fox and that we could see games in the future. Of course, this isn't set in stone as plans could change, but we firmly believe that Star Fox could be made great again. They were on the right track with Star Fox Zero. It all took place within R-Wings, with the only on-foot combat being in the Chicken Walker. If Zero had the option to use traditional controls and added substantially more content, like more branching story paths and an online multiplayer mode, then it would have been better. Still, there should be room for more innovation, without straying far away from what makes a Star Fox game a Star Fox game. Simply recreating Star Fox 64 like Zero tried to do just won't cut it. When Mario isn't jumping on Goombas or saving Princess Peach for the 14 billionth time, he's usually playing tennis, driving carts, or going on complex adventures in one of his epic RPGs, some of his best being in paper form. The Paper Mario games are the definition of beloved. Well, at least 2 or 3 of them are. After Super Paper Mario on Wii, it's as if the development team decided to remove all traces of what made games like the Thousand Year Door special, and replace them with childish gimmicks and forgettable stories and characters. How does this make any sense? It doesn't. Paper Mario Sticker Star and Color Splash are not bad games per se, but when you compare them to the likes of the Thousand Year Door, it's not even a fair battle. Even Super Paper Mario, while abandoning most RPG elements, still maintained that level of quality we've come to expect from these legendary games. The next Paper Mario doesn't have to be as good as Super or the Thousand Year Door, but it needs to be better than Sticker Star and Color Splash. The best way to begin this turnaround is by getting rid of those gimmicky battle systems. If I have to see one more card or sticker, I will break out my scissors. Don't think I won't do it, Paper Mario. I'll cut you, literally. On a side note, there's also the Mario and Luigi series, which I'm personally not too familiar with, but I know these latest installments like Paper Jam have also been quite underwhelming. Nintendo, if Ubisoft can make a great Mario strategy game while incorporating Rabbids, you too can make a great Mario RPG again. We have faith in you. To say that Metroid is in quite as much danger as the previous franchises we mentioned would be a bit of an overstatement. Sure, Other M and Federation Force left a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouths, but the series managed to take a major step in the right direction with Samus Returns. While not perfect, it was exactly what we needed after 7 years without a real Metroid game. Now, with Metroid Prime 4 in the works, all Kensuke Tanabe and the new development team need to do is remember what made the Metroid Prime trilogy fantastic in the first place. Immersive environments, rewarding exploration, diverse bosses and enemies, you name it. But what Metroid really needs to improve on isn't its quality, but its quantity. We're referring to the sales, of course. Metroid is my all-time favorite video game franchise, so you can imagine how pissed off I get every time I'm reminded of how poorly these games sell. This is criminal, because these games are so damn good. The so-called Metroid curse needs to end with Metroid Prime 4, and Nintendo has all the power in the world to fix it. How so? Well, for one, they can push it as hard as they push games like Mario and Zelda. If they treat this series like a big deal, the masses could follow. But the best way to ensure maximum sales potential is by adapting Metroid to today's video game market. It could be something like making the campaign more open world, which is a much riskier move, or add in a well-constructed multiplayer. We made an entire video on the subject, so you can check that out later if you're interested, but adding in online multiplayer that doesn't take away from the single player is probably the best course of action to attract the public eye. With multiplayer games becoming more and more popular, and the Switch not having as many save for Splatoon 2 and Doom, Nintendo could use Metroid to further tap into that market, especially considering Halo isn't as impactful as it used to be. The industry could use a sci-fi shooter that isn't filled with loot boxes and broken promises. Would a Metroid Online reach as great heights as Halo or Call of Duty? Definitely not, but it could still help bring Metroid into the hands of more people. That much we can hope for. But are there any other Nintendo franchises that you think the Switch could fix? Let us know in the comments section below. Anyway, girls and guys, we'd like to thank you for watching this episode of the Commonwealth Realm. If you liked it, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you are new for more Nintendo content. We'd also like to thank our patrons, including royal producer Kenyatta Ali, for their generous contributions to the realm on Patreon. If you'd like to help us out financially in exchange for some awesome perks like our podcast and metal pins, visit patreon.com/commonrealm. In the meantime, this was Joseph from the Commonwealth Realm, and we will see you in the next one.